What's up, guys? Welcome back to the 10th inning, back with a bunch of exciting returns this week. Can't wait to go through these with you guys in just a moment. Before we do, though, quick reminder, if you want to send out your own through the mail autographs, check out my pinned video on TikTok or my video right here on YouTube for a step-by-step tutorial on how to do that. And you can grab all those addresses on sportscardforum.com or sportscollectors.net. Let's get to our first return of the week. All right, return number one. Got this back on the 20th. Coming to us from San Juan, Puerto Rico. I got a pretty good idea who this is. I think we're looking at baseball. And I think we're looking at Juan Gonzalez with a 3-card return. Very cool way to kick off the week. Let's start it off with this Upper Deck SPX insert. This looks super cool. I'd actually just come across this in my collection right before I sent it off. So I'm gonna pull like a last minute addition. I think I threw this in. I had only put 2 cards in there initially, but there we go. There is the first of 3. And here is 1993 Topps Gold Juan Gonzalez with the Texas Rangers. I think actually no, the first one was Tigers. This was coming off of his really big 1992 year where he hit 43 home runs, 109 RBIs, slugged .529. Holy crap. So there we go. I actually have a lot of these for sale. If anybody's interested in sending off the Juan Gon and you like this card in the Topps Gold, I have about 30 copies of that card on my eBay store. I'm selling for, I think, $1.79 with free shipping. So if you want to send one off to him, that would be a great card to send. It looks great. And then here's 1990 Topps. This one turned out great as well. Signed very nicely here in blue Sharpie. I believe this is his actual rookie card. 1990 Topps. So there we have 90 Topps, 92 Topps Gold, and then Upper Deck SPX 2000. So 3 of 3 from Juan Gonzalez to kick off the week. We've got, like I said at the beginning, we got 10 big returns to go. 9 to go. So let's get to them. Return number 2 coming up. And we got our second return back on the 20th as well from Omaha, Nebraska. And as a quick reminder, as I'm opening this up, stick around all the way to the end. I will do a video recap and we will talk about all of the cards that we got back this week and some of my favorite pulls from each player, and I'll let you guys know which one is my favorite. So here we go. Return number 2 is former NBA player Dave Hoppen with a 3 or 4 card return. Looks like 3 cards. Let's start it up with the 1991-92 NBA hoops with the Philadelphia 76ers. There you go. Former University of Nebraska star. Averaged 23 points a game and 22 points a game his junior and senior year. 6'11". Did not have as great of a career in the NBA as he did in college, but he, I mean, anybody that makes it to that level, you got to respect him. So there you go. This one, he put number 42 on it. I thought that was kind of a nice touch. 1990-91 Skybox. Always looks great with ink. And hopefully you guys can see it on camera as well as it looks in person, because it kind of blends real nicely with this purple star in the background. And then here we have 1990-91 NBA hoops. There you go. Also with the Charlotte Hornets. This would have been their expansion team, so it would have been only the 3rd year. So you got selected from Golden State in the '88 expansion draft. There you have it. So 3 of 3 from Dave Hoppen. That's our return number 2. Let's get to number 3. And I got this one back on the 20th as well. Coming to us from Orlando, Florida. Let's see what we have inside here. we've got former Orlando Magic head coach Brian Hill. Very cool. I think I sent him 2 cards. I did. Let's start with the NBA Hoops card, which he signed very nicely on the side. I like that he found the yellow part because that fits perfectly with the black ink. Love that. This is 94-95 NBA Hoops. And I want to say this was probably his, if not his last, his second to last year with the Orlando Magic before they decided to move in a different direction after they lost Shaq. Things kind of fell apart. If you haven't watched the documentary that ESPN made, the 30 for 30 with him and Penny, they talk about Brian Hill in there quite a bit. So here's 91-92 Skybox signing the Orlando Magic card. This will be a tough choice on which one I like more, because on one hand, you've got the one that actually has him on it. The other one's just the team card, but you guys know how I love my 91-92 Skybox. Let's see here. And then I wrote him a note, and he wrote back, Kyle, best wishes, Brian Hill. So there we go. Technically, a 2 of 2 return with a nice little bonus. Signed my letter of request and sent it back to me. So there we go. I'll say a 3 of 2 from Coach Brian Hill. Let's get to our next return. All right, got this one back on the 22nd, coming to us from Maryland. Sorry, no, looks like it might say Missouri at the top. Now this has been torn apart on the front, so I don't need much help here to get it open. I know we have basketball. Let's hope that we have a signature. We do. Former Miami Heat John Sundvold with a 4-card return. Let's jump into it. Actually, 5 cards. Wow, I sent him a lot. Okay, here we go. 91-92 Upper Deck with the Miami Heat. Signed nicely here in blue Sharpie. That one turned out great. Let's take a look at the 90-91 Skybox. Very cool. I could see some leftover residue from my baby powder. Prepping the cards for autographs. Probably didn't wipe it down good enough. Here's 90-91 NBA Hoops. Looks like he's, that might be Michael Cooper right next to him. I'm noticing the armband, kind of Michael Cooper's MO. Here's 91-92 Skybox. That looks awesome. Signed right on the side of the card there. Very cool. And then got one in gold. What? Okay, this one's going to be tough to beat for favorite card of the week. John Sundvold with a gold signature on this 91-92 NBA Hoops. Oh, man. That and the Skybox are going to be battling it out here in the video recap, but man, I almost wish he would have signed in gold with all of them. That looks really cool. So, okay, well, that's a 5 of 5 return from the former shooting guard. Let's get to our next return. All right, I got this one back on the 23rd. No return address or location. This one is a total mystery. Let's tear it open, and we've got former Toronto Blue Jay, Ernie Whitt. Very cool. 4-card return. So let's start with 1990 Topps. And this is one of my favorite cards to get autographed. It always looks great. The Juan Gonzalez from earlier looked awesome, and so does this Ernie Whitt. So there's our first of 4. Here is 1989 Upper Deck. This one also looks great. Signed very nicely. Here's one I haven't had autographed a lot. This is I want to say 86 Fleer. Yeah, 86 Fleer. The blue kind of, I would have thought maybe too much blue, but blue border, blue jersey, blue hat, blue ink. Looks great. And wow, this 87 Topps turned out awesome. So there we go. All 4 of them signed and sent back from Ernie Whitt, the former Toronto Blue Jays catcher. There we go. Let me know in the comments, guys, which one do you guys like best? This one's going to be another tough one to pick from. Honestly, all four of them turned out awesome. I know which one I'm kind of leaning towards, but that may change by the time I recap this video. But let's get to the next one. Here comes return number 6. And our 6th return came back on the 23rd. This one's from Charlotte, North Carolina. This one just barely closed on us here. Let's see what we have. There's the letter of request, and there is the signature. Richard Anderson, former Charlotte Hornet, with a 2-card return. Let's start with 1990-91 NBA hoops. Signed with a black Sharpie here. Looks great. Let's learn a little bit about Richard on the back. Went to Cal Santa Barbara. Played all 4 years there, and then drafted by San Diego. Then Denver, Houston, Portland, Charlotte. He went all over the NBA, it looks like. Probably a power forward or undersized center. And then here is 1990-91 Skybox. I don't remember him being in any of the 91-92 sets. So this may have been his final year in the NBA. And I don't know a ton about Richard Anderson. So if anybody does, let me know, educate me in the comments section. Would love to learn more about him. I'm sure I'll Wikipedia him when we're all done here, but that's a 2-2 from Richard Anderson. Let's get to our next return. And our 7th return, got this back on the 23rd from Boston, Massachusetts. Let's see, do we have a Red Sox? Do we have a different sport? What do we have? We've got a 101 from the former Olympian Nancy Kerrigan. You gotta be kidding me. Holy moly. Okay. To Kyle, best wishes, Nancy Kerrigan. I don't believe I got this back. Honestly, if you look on Sports Card Forum, almost every time it says sent something to her, she sent back a bookmark or something signed. She signed my card and sent it back. That is amazing. I did not expect this at all. So, holy crap. For those of you that might be a little bit younger, she is probably best known for the incident with Tonya Harding, where this happened in the Winter Olympics. Tonya Harding basically had her boyfriend and cohort basically do a hit on her. They took a club to her knee and tried to take her out of the Olympics. Nancy, of course, acted like she had nothing to do with it. I believe it was later found out that she at least had knowledge of it. And yeah, ruined her career. I believe Nancy took a silver in that Olympics, if I'm remembering. But this is all off the top of my head. I don't prepare for these in any way. So if I'm getting any of the details wrong, my bad. But that's what my memory tells me, and she was a great skater, so this is a really cool return. Thank you for that. Let's get to our next return number 8. And our 8th return came back on the 23rd from North Texas. All right. Here we go. What do we have inside? Former Chicago Cub and Texas Ranger Steve Buechele. Holy crap. I've been waiting for this one to come back for a while. Here is 1993 Topps Gold. Signed really nicely here. Black Sharpie. Learn a little bit about him on the back. Looks like he spent several years with the Rangers from 85 to 91, a couple of years with the Pirates, several years with the Cubbies after that. I believe he's in the front office now with the Rangers, if I'm not mistaken. I think this was sent to the stadium, if I'm not mistaken. So here's 87 Topps with the Rangers. This one turned out great. 93 Upper Deck. The autograph smudged just a hair. I'd say this one might be the front runner of the win until I saw the smudge. And then here is 92 Upper Deck with the Pirates. So I got them with 3 different teams. I love doing that. If I can get the guys playing with all the different teams they were part of, I try and do that. So there we have it. This will be a tough pick on which one I want to go with, but kind of leaning toward one of the 2 on the left here. But we'll find out in the recap. That's return number 8. We've got 2 left. Let's get to number 9. And our 9th return, got this back on the 23rd. This is also from North Texas. Little note on the back here, please add your email address with your next letter. Thank you, Kyle, with a smiley face. And I think I know who this is. We're looking at a football player, and we've got the Rocket. Rocket Ishmael. I've had a couple sent back from him before, and I had 2 more that I wanted to get autographed by him. So here we have his rookie card, CFL, with Toronto. I think was it Toronto Argonauts? Yeah. So there we have 1991. I'm trying to see who made this card. Canadian Football League Players Association. So kind of an off-brand card. I thought this was cool, though. You don't see a lot of guys with their CFL cards. And he's got such a cool autograph. I love the circle into the rocket. I know it's an R, but it looks like a circle to me. And then I had him sign this Prism-looking card from 1995 Score with the Raiders. This one turned out awesome. And that is why I decided to send him one more autograph. I had to get this one signed after I found it in one of my boxes. So thank you again to Rocket Ishmael. He signed a couple cards for me before. I'm going to leave him alone unless I come across some like amazing refractor that I just have to get autographed by him. But that's a 2 of 2. Let's get to our 10th and final return of the week. And our 10th return, got this back on the 23rd. It's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it has the extra stamp, guys. So if you remember from any of my previous videos, extra stamp usually means that I had to pay a little extra to get it there, or it has something valuable. Let's see what it is. We've got Charlie Batch with a 1-card return. Very cool. Signed here on this playoff absolute red SSD card. Very, very nice. So this is from 1999. This is the first card I've had autographed. I have several of these that I'm looking to send off. I was curious how it was going to turn out, and these turned out awesome. I do think I sent him 2 cards, though, and money for 2 cards, so that's kind of disappointing. I only got 1 back, but maybe I only sent him $5. It might have been $5 a card. I can't remember what I did, but I'll look it up. Either way, I don't care. $5 is a loss here, or $5 another way. That doesn't make a difference to me with the through the mail autograph. So to me, it all evens out at the end, but that's a really cool return. I absolutely love this card. So thank you to Charlie Batch. Let's get to our video recap and talk about all 10 of the returns from this week. All right, guys, time to recap all 10 of the returns this week. First off, I just want to say thank you for watching the video. Thank you for the comments. I'm looking forward to reading all of them and interacting with you guys. Hopefully you're loving the content, because I've got a lot more returns that are yet to come in, and a lot more I'm ready to send out. So I'm going to keep this going as long as I can until I basically run out of room to keep doing this. So I think there's no end in sight at this point. So, but let's recap it real quick. I decided to go with the 1993 Topps Gold for Juan Gonzalez. I went with the 1990-91 Skybox for Dave Hoppin, the 94-95 for Hoops for Brian Hill, the 91-92 signed in gold with Jeff Sunvold, the 87 Topps for Ernie Witt. I went with the 1990-91 NBA Hoops for Richard Anderson. I had the 101 from the Olympian figure skater from Nancy Kerrigan, not Tanya Harding. Oops. The 1993 Topps Gold for Steve Buechele, the 95 Score for Rocket Ishmael, And then I went with the, the 101 from Charlie Batch, signed on this really cool Absolute acetate card. So all 10 of these, very excited to add all of them to my collection. As always, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on the next one.